Hey, so I was thinking about something, but if I look terrible or strange, I can't really see myself because it's really sunny. So that's like I can kind of see part of my face. So there's like food all over my teeth. I can't see it. All right, so that's not what I was thinking about. Excuse me. That's what I was thinking about was, you know how there's people that for every story you tell, they have a story. And like some of them are really fun and engaging, and other ones you feel like it's some competition you didn't mean to get into. And I find that curious. Like, I'm sure there's a whole psychology thing behind it. I was like raised, my sister and I are basically raised to be conversationalists. That's what I would call it, or at least that's how I see it. We have been through a lot, but also kind of like I think our view on having a conversation was receiving and contributing, not just one person hogging the whole conversation. That is something I called a lecture, even if it wasn't. It felt like a lecture, and so it was a give and take. Like you say something, I say something, and then like if something you say reminds me of something, that doesn't mean I'm not listening to you. In a way to like to us it was like almost saying we were listening to you because what you said reminded us of something. If we weren't listening, then we wouldn't have that to go off of. But also we were taught not to interrupt. Not that the people teaching us didn't interrupt, but anyways, but generally there was this it was like tennis, not a competition in tennis, but a just rallying back and forth tennis match where well, not even a match. We're just having fun, hitting that ball back and forth, and having that conversation where you go back and forth and you're learning stuff from each other and enjoying the time. And I didn't really realize when I was younger that there were people who treated it more like a conversation, like a competition, or maybe they were just narcissistic with it. Not that they're narcissistic people, but just kind of that hogging the spotlight thing. Until we met this family, and like all four of us were like this with conversation. You know how I grew up, but well, maybe not all four of us, but in general. Anyways, we met this family, and they were really fun to talk to at first, but then it was kind of irritating because we'd listen to their story and we thought it was awesome, and then we had a story that reminded us of or that somehow related. And so we would tell our story, and then, like, I don't know if they would interrupt, or somehow it just seemed like a one-up. Like, they had to do better, and they had better, and it was always going to be better. And it was not fun to talk to them. And then I walked away from, like, that first encounter of really seeing and hearing that, thinking, is that how we sound to other people? And I was very concerned about that for a long time, and really tried to taper it down a little bit. Let the people know that I was listening to, that I was hearing them. I don't know if we sounded like that to other people or not. I think it probably is a mix. Maybe some people we did and other people we didn't. But I do love having a good conversation where you can go back and forth. And you have a tale to tell, and I have a tale to tell. And mine isn't to one-up yours. It's just enjoying hearing these stories from each other. Kind of like the old idea of sitting around the campfire and hearing stories, except my stories are true. Well, some of the campfire ones too. But, like, if you were just to sit around and tell pretend stories, and that's what you're doing, and that's fun, and appreciating each other's stories. And then, of course, like I said, ours were true stories, and I think the other families were true stories too. It just didn't seem like they really wanted to hear from us. They just wanted to hear from themselves, I guess. And maybe that wasn't true, but maybe it's just how they presented it. I don't know. Maybe it was true. I don't know what they were thinking. I never asked them what they were thinking. Now I kind of want to go ask them what they were thinking. that might not go over well. Anyways, I don't know if you have experience with this or you've been through it, or maybe you knew my family and you felt like we were just contributing and having a good conversation, or you felt like we were always trying to do better. So be interesting to hear from you if you're watching this and your take on it, or maybe you have some insight on the psychological aspect of it. Let me know.